Hey, Alan.
Yes, Kevin, what can I do for you?
I need you to go on a 3-month overseas business trip starting next week.
What? Next week? Why so last minute?
Well, we have an important project coming up which needs your immediate attention. When I was in your position several years ago, my boss would request me to go on last-minute business trips all the time.
I see. You must have been so busy.
You need to learn to be more flexible. You should be happy that the company's relying on you like this. Not everyone gets to go on an overseas business trip even if they wanted to. You need to be grateful for this opportunity. Back in the day, I would have been allowed to smack you in the face for being so difficult.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be difficult. Actually, I'm very excited to go overseas for this business trip.
Good, good. Just remember, you're representing our company.
Got it, boss. I won't let you down.
Good. I'm counting on you, Alan.
Trouble Busters!
My name is Alan, and I'm 26 years old. I have a difficult boss at work, and his name is Kevin. I was looking forward to my overseas business trip, but I was a bit anxious about leaving the country for 3 whole months and on such short notice.
Hey, Alan, how's it going?
Oh, hi, Helen and Melanie. How are you both? Helen and Melanie both work for the company part-time, and they both help me out on a daily basis. Is there anything that I can help you with?
Do you want to come out to dinner with us next week? I'm assuming that you're free, am I right?
Normally I'd be free, but next week I was going to be on my overseas business trip.
Alan, don't be so blunt.
You're right. I'm not dating anyone right now, but many girls find me attractive, you know?
So you're a player then. I hope that you treat the girls with respect.
Don't worry, I'm not a player.
Okay, fine, if you say so.
I'm going to be away next week.
Where are you going? What's more important than going out with us?
I have an overseas business trip and I'm going to be gone for 3 months.
That long? What are we going to do without you for 3 whole months?
I'm sure that you have other people that you can ask out.
Actually, no, you're the only one with any free time on your hands. I'm going to be so bored when you're gone.
I assure you, you'll be fine without me.
Yes, Helen. Alan will be off to his 3-month business trip next week. We're not benefiting from having him here because he's really bad at his job, so we thought that some time away from the office would do him some good.
Oh, hi, Kevin.
Since Alan will be unavailable, I'm more than happy to step in for him. A group dinner sounds like fun. I'll keep my schedule open.
Your schedule's wide open. Yes, it is.
I'm usually very busy, but next week I happen to be free.
We need a reason to get him to not come to our dinner. Oh, I just remembered, but I'm supposed to visit my family next week. Looks like we're gonna have to postpone dinner. And, I'm supposed to be meeting my brother next week, too.
I see. Then I guess we'll need to reschedule the dinner then. Let me know when you two will be available.
Sounds good. We'll let you know once we've decided. I'm sorry, but I need to get back to work now. Oh, yes, me too.
There's some fickle part-timers. If they were better at their jobs, they'd be working full-time here.
Kevin, if you'd like, we could go out to dinner together once I'm back from my business trip.
Oh, I don't have any time to waste to go to a dinner with a loser like you. Did you think that you were doing me a favor by offering to go to dinner with me? I don't care whether or not those part-timers decide to go to dinner with me, okay? In fact, I'm relieved. I didn't want to be seen out with these 2 ugly women.
I knew that Kevin was lying to me. He knew that he was unpopular and he wanted people to like him, but he wasn't very likable.
I'm annoyed that I'm surrounded by so many idiots. Isn't there anyone competent working here? I think that your stupidity is giving bad vibes to our office, Alan.
I don't think it's me, sir. If anything, I'd like for everyone to get along so that we can all enjoy coming into work every day.
We're here to work, Alan, not party. You have it all wrong.
I know that, but...
Now stop wasting my time and get back to work, you lazy ass.
I knew that Kevin is hurt that the other colleagues don't like him. I told myself that I would organize a group dinner once I get back from my business trip. I'm sure that Kevin would be happy then. Kevin can be difficult, but he was good at his job. He was devoted, and although he complained a lot, he had a lot of love for this company. It was now the day before my departure for my overseas business trip, and I was doing some last-minute packing. The following day, some colleagues and close friends came to the airport to see me off. I arrived to Singapore.
This trip is going to be very important for your career, so work hard while you're in Singapore, okay? You need to close some important deals while you're there.
Yes, I'll work hard. Important deals? What was Kevin talking about? He didn't say anything to me about that until now.
If you aren't able to close those deals, there won't be a seat for you at the office when you get back.
What?
Good luck, Alan.
I had no idea that this was such an important business trip. One that could possibly cost me my job. I couldn't afford to lose my job. Plus, I loved working here. I felt a lot of pressure to close the deals. I had to use my time wisely and get the positive results that Kevin wanted.
I have no intention of doing any business with your company.
Please, hear me out. I made some documents which you will find to be very informative.
I'm sorry, but my answer is still no.
Is there any way that you'd reconsider?
No, you should go elsewhere. Please don't bother me again. If you continue to waste any more of my time, I'm going to file a formal complaint with your company.
I'm guessing that it didn't work out.
Oh, hi, Lena. No, they didn't want to do any business with us.
This country has a lot of business opportunities. Maybe it's too soon to give up.
I was hoping that they'd at least take a look at the documents that I prepared, but no. I've never experienced anything like this before. I guess I still have a lot to learn.
Everyone here loves you. Cheer up, Alan.
Thank you. That means so much to me. I decided to calm down and try to think of other ways to get the attention of potential business partners. I asked Kevin if I could cut my business trip short to do some preparing back at the office. I'm sorry, but I wasn't able to close the deal. I don't think that there is much more that I can do from Singapore, so I'd like to return to Japan.
Okay, don't worry about it. You tried your best. You can't win them all. I guess even your charm couldn't persuade them to do business with us.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Like I said, don't worry about it. Most people find you charming, but you can't get everybody to like you. Let's move on and try to find a new business partner.
Yes, thank you.
You can come back to Japan early like you requested.
Thank you for your understanding, Kevin. I had hoped to return to Japan with better results. I was really upset with myself. Kevin, I'm back. I'm sorry that I couldn't close those deals.
Who the hell are you? Have we met?
Huh?
I don't recognize you.
It's me, Alan.
Don't think that I know an Alan. Or maybe I do. Are you that redhead that used to work for our company?
Yes, it's Alan, and I still work here, Kevin. Remember, we spoke on the phone before I left Singapore.
Didn't I tell you that we wouldn't have a seat for you here if you came back from Singapore with no new deals?
But when we spoke on the phone, you didn't mention anything like that.
You need to take responsibility for your failed transactions. I expect you to pack up your things and leave the building ASAP. I'm sorry, but you no longer work here. Now get out of here!
Do you really need to fire me? I didn't know what I was getting into when you initially assigned that business trip to me.
But I did tell you that I would fire you if you mess up. You remember that, don't you? I also told you that I needed you to close some important deals in Singapore and that it would affect your career. You knew exactly what you were getting yourself into.
But just before I flew back, you told me not to worry about the fact that I couldn't close those deals.
I said that to comfort you, but that didn't mean that you weren't getting fired.
I see.
So I'm letting you go as planned. You saw this coming. I guess you should have spent more time preparing for that business trip instead of focusing on getting along with your colleagues. Now you understand that my approach to work is correct and yours wasn't. You're not an asset to our company. Now hurry up and gather your things. We don't have all day. The company is going to be better off without someone like you working here. I'm going to make sure that the other people working here don't make the same mistake that you did. It's all work and no play.
I see. I'll pack up my things then.
Best of luck to you, Alan.
Since I was no longer needed at the company, the only thing I could do was go quietly. I was really disappointed because I really did love working at this company. It was nice knowing you, Kevin. I'll be off now. But before I go, I'm going to say goodbye to my colleagues. Will that be okay with you?
I'm sorry, but I can't allow you to do that.
Oh.
No one has the time to waste saying goodbye to you. I'll let everyone know that you've left your position. And don't try to influence the other employees negatively after you leave the firm either.
Okay, I won't. I was fired from my job and was left wondering what to do with my life next. I wanted a chance to say goodbye to my colleagues, but I wasn't allowed to.
Oh, hey, Alan, you're back from your business trip early. Did you bring back some nice gifts for us?
Huh?
Alan, we can't assume that Alan brought us back any gifts. I'm sure that he was busy with work. So, Alan, what did you bring back for us? Alan, you're being kind of rude. No, I'm not. Alan's our friend. I'm sure that he had time to go shopping for us.
Gifts? I bought you some special gifts from Singapore. I gave them to your team leader to give to you two.
Are you leaving the office already?
Yes, I'm leaving, but not for the reason that you think.
Kevin, we heard what you did to Alan.
What do you want, Helen?
Why would you fire Alan? We don't understand.
I did no such thing, Helen.
We just bumped into Alan and he told us that you fired him.
There's no reason for you to believe him. He doesn't work here anymore. He's no longer your concern. He handed in his resignation earlier because he felt responsible for not being able to close any deals in Singapore.
But doesn't Alan close over 90% of the deals that he handles? This one must have been particularly difficult. I don't think that he should feel necessary to resign over one failed deal, and it's probably not even his fault. Couldn't you have stopped him from leaving, Kevin? Alan was a real asset to our company. I'm in complete agreement with Melanie here.
You just don't get it. Alan felt really bad about not being able to close those important deals, and he came to me with his resignation. I couldn't do anything to change his mind.
So you didn't make him leave the company out of jealousy? Alan, what's with your bluntness?
Why would I be jealous of Alan? If you love Alan so much, why don't you two resign as well?
Alan, there's no use arguing. Let's go. Yes, let's go.
I didn't do anything wrong, and those two shouldn't make me feel bad. We don't need someone like Alan working for our company.
I know that Kevin was the one that kicked Alan out of this company. We have to do something to help Alan. This isn't fair. In order to prove something, we need some evidence. Then let's gather evidence to get Kevin to own up to what he did. Yes, but we need to be discreet. We don't want Kevin to figure out what we're doing. Okay, we need to come up with a brilliant plan then. Well, after listening to Alan talk about his business trip, there were some parts that didn't quite add up. I think that if we look into those points further, we might be able to figure something out pertinent. Tell us more. Well, Melanie, you're so smart. Let's just hope that this will give Alan the help that he needs. Yes, I really want to help Alan out. The company isn't the same without him. Yes, let's do this.
Who's calling me so early in the morning? What? I have 100 missed calls from the company. I hope that they're not calling me about something that I did that could penalize me further. Oh, they're calling me again.
Hey, Alan!
Kevin, is something wrong?
Yes, otherwise I wouldn't be calling you. I need you to come to the office ASAP.
But why?
Oh, just get over here, okay?
I guess I need to go even if I don't want to. Kevin said that something was wrong, which means that it can't be good news. Nice to see you again, Kevin.
Oh, you're here. We've been waiting for you.
Huh?
Hey, Alan, we missed you. Nice to have you back, Alan.
Why am I here today?
We want you to come back and work here again.
What?
I'm giving you the opportunity to work with us again.
But why? What's happening?
Well, to put it simply, after you left the company, all the part-timers told the company that we would resign if they didn't ask you to come back.
Oh.
The workplace wasn't the same without you, and we didn't feel like we could stay here with you gone. After you were gone, the ambience completely was different, with Kevin chewing us out about trivial matters. So we told Kevin that we couldn't continue to work like this, and if things didn't improve, we'd all be leaving. Kevin said that if we all quit at once, the company wouldn't be able to operate, so he agreed to let you come back to the company.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that so much had happened after I left.
This is not what I had planned, but since everyone else wants you back, I'm willing to give you a second chance. And with you gone, I realized that you had been contributing to our company after all.
But I couldn't close those important deals in Singapore and cause the money to lose a lot of money. I'm not sure if I should be allowed back to work here.
You don't need to feel bad about that. It wasn't your fault.
Why do you say so?
About those deals in Singapore, Kevin actually orchestrated the whole thing so that you would fail.
What? But why? Kevin, why would you do such a thing?
I realized that something was wrong when Kevin said something peculiar to you. Kevin said to you over the phone when you informed him about the failed deals that...
I'm sorry, but things didn't work out in Singapore. I'm thinking of cutting my business trip short.
I guess the person in charge of the deal on the client side really didn't like you.
Yes, I spoke to Kevin on the phone before returning to Japan. I thought it was strange that Kevin seemed to know the man that I had been dealing with in Singapore. I seem to remember that Kevin called the man by his first name Sean, which was weird.
You must have heard me wrong.
Well, that part isn't relevant. If Alan remembered the details of the phone conversation correctly, it means that Kevin and Sean are acquaintances, which seems odd.
I don't know this Sean person. This is all a big misunderstanding. Stop making silly accusations. You should stop gossiping and get back to work. Actually, I'd like to hear more. I was wondering what happened in Singapore. Clients usually love Alan, so it didn't make sense that a client would refuse to even look at the documents that he prepared. And why would you let someone like Alan go so easily? I did ask him to reconsider, but he had already made up his mind. Right, Alan? Seeing that Alan can't agree to that, it looks like you've been lying, Kevin. This is all a big misunderstanding. I know that Alan is an honest person. He wouldn't make things up. The fact that he remains silent means that you're making this all up. It also means that you fired him. Alan never resigned. Well, Melanie, please continue.
I did a little digging and asked the other employees working in the sales department. I came across a man named Todd who has also done business in Singapore in the past.
I'm Todd. I've come here to help Alan out.
Todd here did a little research on this Sean character in Singapore.
And what did he find out? Sean told me that he doesn't know a Kevin. That sounds about right. I don't know a Sean either.
Are you telling us the truth, Kevin?
Of course it is. Why would I lie about this?
I see. And could you please tell us what this payment transaction means?
What is this? Where did you get this? Sean never admitted to anything, so I spoke with his wife. Sean's wife was concerned about what had happened to Alan, and she was more than happy about cooperating. You spoke to Sean's wife? Why would you do such a thing?
When I was in Singapore, when Sean refused to look at my documents, I went over to his house to try to persuade him again. That's when I met his wife too.
You're such a people pleaser.
I just did what I had to do. I really wanted the deals to go well.
We were very lucky to have Sean's wife's help.
Yes, we were. Once she was on board, everything went smoothly after that. Sean's wife gave us a copy of his bank statements via email.
Actually, the name Sean sounds familiar. Huh?
Huh? What?
What? I met Sean a long time ago, which is why it took me a while to remember him. We may have had some financial transactions in the past. I think I owed him some money, which is why I paid him back. Why would you forget a person like that? You wouldn't borrow money from someone unless you were close. I've been very forgetful these days. I guess I'm getting old.
Stop making ridiculous excuses, Kevin.
I'm only human. I can't be perfect all the time. So now you know what the money transaction was for. It was for personal reasons and has nothing to do with this company. Kevin, as promised, I made sure not to deal with Alan. Thank you so much, Sean. You've been a great help. Pleasure doing business with you. Now I have a reason to kick Alan out of the company. Please wire me the $5,000 for my services as promised. Of course. I always keep my promises. You have nothing to worry about. I'm so happy to be able to get rid of Alan finally. I'm going to fire his sorry ass. This is a fake recording and that's not my voice. Everyone can tell that that was your voice on the recording.
You're guilty, Kevin.
Kevin, I expect you to take full responsibility for what you've done. I only did what was best for this company, sir. I made the right choice in firing Alan. We don't need him here.
I think that you're the one that needs to go, Kevin.
I agree with Alan. You're accountable for the huge loss we made on those Singaporean deals. You're fired, Kevin. Fired? Please don't do this. I really need this job. We all saw this coming.
That's right. We're not sorry to see you go.
Please reconsider, sir. If you hear me out, you'll understand that I was acting to protect our company. I'm an important asset to this firm. You need me. You're getting off easy, Kevin. You should be grateful, if anything. If allowed, I'd kill you with my own hands. Good going, boss.
You made the right choice firing Kevin, sir. Kevin, you committed a serious crime. You should be sent to jail.
All you care is about yourself, not the company. What are you implying, Todd? You're terrible at your job. Even Alan's better than you. After Alan, you were supposed to be my next target. You're not an asset to this company either. What are you making me eat, Todd? I'm choking on this thing. You were always only thinking about yourself, Kevin. We all agree, don't we? I totally agree. You don't care about the company at all. That's why you put everything at stake to kick Alan out. You're a fool. That's not what happened, sir. Work is my life. That's all I ever think about. Why is this happening to me? I don't deserve to be treated like this. I wanted to make the workforce more efficient, and Alan and Todd got in the way of that.
Kevin didn't stop making excuses for his behavior. He wasn't willing to take any responsibility for his actions. He made business choices based on personal preferences, which didn't make him a good manager. In the end, he was fired from his job, and I was rehired as this was all his doing and not mine. The company sued him for bringing down the reputation of the firm. The court ordered Kevin to pay our company $80,000 in damages. Because of his bad reputation and age, it was close to impossible for Kevin to find a new job. He has no choice but to take on several menial jobs to cover his debts. After Kevin left our company, we were able to close the deals in Singapore as initially planned. What a relief! As for Sean, he too was fired from his job for committing fraud. His company also sued him and his wife divorced him. I was happy to be back at work with the people that I loved. I'm so happy to be back!
Welcome back, Alan. Alan, we're happy to have you back.
Alan, I apologize for all the trouble that Kevin caused you. I feel responsible for hiring someone like that. I'm counting on you, Alan. You're the best salesperson at our firm.
Thank you. I'm going to continue working hard to contribute to our company.
Glad to have you back on our team.
Same here. I look forward to working with you again, Todd.
We make a great team.
I love my job and coworkers. Trouble busters.